You mean when we got married? It's 100 years ago. I don't think I can remember that far back. No, I was married at, well, I met him at dances.
Mm-hmm.
I never missed a dance. We had a lot of friends. My dad would take me to his lodge to the dance, see. And then I met him there, and then we went out to got going together, and then we finally got married, and that's the end.
Well, how long did you guys know each other before you
Well,
got
I
married?
was about like going on 19 years of age when I got married. And I was married at St. Patrick's Church on the west side.
But how long did you go out with Grandpa before you got married?
Huh?
How long did you go out?
Went to dances. Oh yes, I always went to dances. I always had a partner to go to dances. And different beautiful orchestras in Portland were around, and different people that I knew had orchestras and were stationed. There was one over on the west side on 21st and Hoyt, and we used to go there to a dance, and another one to 11th and Stark. That's way over in this direction. That was another beautiful dance hall. And then my dad belonged to the Ancient Order of United Workmen. That was his lodge. And once a year, they'd have a dance. And I was only about 14. My dad came from work that day, and he said to my mother, I want you to doll him up, and I'm taking her to the dance. And my mother said, do you know how to dance? I said, well, I spoke up. I said, I always knew how to dance. So away we went. My dad took me, and he took me to about 3 different dances. And I danced with everybody who was there. I never missed a dance because I could always dance. And then pretty soon I got married, and I had Mary Jane and I had Ann, and I taught them to sing and danced when they were that big. And my dad is still belonging to that lodge, Ancient Order of United Workmen. Order is what my dad belonged to for years and years and years. And I'm still belonging to it, and they're having their meetings, and my dad's getting to be an older man. But he said, I want you to get Mary Jane and Ann to sing and bring them to the lodge tonight. And so anyway, so I met them practice, and we had they had about 4 songs that I taught my children to sing, and I could play the piano for them. So if there was a lodge at my dad's building or office, or what do you call it, that night, I would be there. My dad would take me, and I'd take Mary Jane and Ann when they were just little teeny little bits of girls. And they sang on the stage, and I played the piano for them. They would have before they'd have a dance, they'd have a little entertainment. And I was always called on, of course my dad belonging to the lodge, she knew everybody in it. The lodge was the Ancient Order of United Workmen that my dad belonged to. It was a great, great, great order of men. Boy, and up until my dad died, we heard from those people. So Mary Jane and Ann were very teeny little bits of girl, and I taught them to sing, and I played the piano for them. I couldn't tell you anything about it. I never saw any part. You see, you go downtown because the soldiers were going to march on the street. They were going to God knows where that night on some ship that I never heard tell of. That was way, 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 way long time ago and everything. But we knew there was a war someplace because they were going to cross the sea to go to the war. Well, I didn't even know how to spell across the sea or something at that time, and those things like that, So it was just one of those things. And then the first thing, I started a school, and then Ann started, and first thing you know, everybody else is starting, and then we moved over here.
How?
Of course, my whole 8 all went.
When did you move over here?
Huh?
When did you move over here?
About 1921, and we moved here, and my whole 8 went up here to Holy Redeemer School, and all graduated beautiful from Holy Redeemer School up here. And then Mary Jane and Ann entered the convent. So there's one day with your family, and you press the button, and zoom, 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 everything is on its way to the end of the world, to a world that you don't know where it is. I didn't even know where I'd study Europe in the 9th grade, because we went to the 9th grades in grammar school, and that was at the Catholic school that I went. I never went to anything but a Catholic school.